You don't have to sing out. You can sing and dance.
Yes!
Are there any Danes in the audience?
Yes! No!
No.
Yes! No! Yes!
Okay, so are you ready? You can give the mic to him if you want.
I can see where this is going.
So, Jonas is pretending he's sleeping. Johan comes in with a cake.
Yeah.
And everybody starts to sing. Jonas birthday. Wow, wow, wow. You guys. Okay, so then there's a part about chocolate cake and
Yeah.
it's very good.
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Jonas! Happy birthday to you!
Well, we know it's very important, so
It is,
we want you not to come to the United States and miss out on our
I'm always on tour on my birthday.
Yeah, of course. So we wanted to give you the experience. Thank you so much. I told you I was in Denmark this summer for my birthday, and I was up in Skane. And the week I was there, they call the week. It was week 29. They call it Helleruk week, which is the week. You guys are from Helleruk, right?
Exactly. I love that setup.
Yeah.
Now I can talk about Helleruk.
Tell me about Helleruk. This is the place where you're from, which is outside of Copenhagen, right?
It's just a suburb kind of north of Helleruk, and it's a bit frowned upon in certain circles because it was sort of like a posh neighborhood, and we went to this school which was kind of like a hippie school but in a posh area, so it was a bit of a I don't know, weird mix. But it's where we grew up. It's where we sort of started the band, and it's always been it was our little safe haven, and it's a place that we hope you.
So you went to school together, the two of you,
Yeah.
and some of the other guys as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when did you start making music before there was Mew? When did you start making music?
I think it was basically when we started the band, and that was back in 1867.
It's so it's bizarre to think you guys have been together 20 years because none of you look like you could be in a band for 20 years. You're doing very well. I'm sure that the fans here are very excited. Johan back in the band for the first time in several years.
Actually, it's my first proper U.S. tour.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. And so for the first time in several years, you took some time raising a child, and I don't know what else. What were you doing? Working a farm or something?
I wish. No, I did music. I had another band, did
Right.
records, and it was cool.
Okay, cool. Well, everybody's happy to see you back, and the record is amazing. Plus Minus, Play It Again Sam Records, very excited. Great sounding record. When you guys got back together and started recording, some of the songs were sort of already formed as you were going into the studio, or were you kind of working them out together?
No, I mean the big difference between this record and some of the previous ones were that we were pretty certain of what we wanted to do and pretty well prepared. There was like a key sentence that sort of underlined the whole project, that the songs needed to sound great with just the five of us in the room playing them. That's why I think a lot of it translates well live.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing too that you're able to play this live, and when you see what the setup is, it's just handful of guys standing on stage, but it's such an enormous sound, such a huge sound. When you're writing the songs and recording them, Jonas, are you hearing them when you first start putting them together as a very small sound, and then you're layering on top of that, or does it already sound huge in your head and you have to get there?
Well, I mean, it obviously we work hard at getting the right guitar sound in the studio and everything. But as we're writing, it's more of a smaller setup we have than when we go on tour, I guess. So, but yeah, I guess we always picture it sounding that way in our minds during the process.
And when you're putting together the songs, are you seeing visually what you want to do with them, sort of in videos? I know you know visuals are a big part of what you do as well.
Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, we talk about music in very visual terms for some reason. We always use, sometimes we use projections. I make animations and things like that. So yeah, I always, when I listen to music, I always have pictures in my head.
For The Night Believer, you have 2 videos, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There's the animated video, like sort of the proper video for the song. Then there's the Fringer version, the
That's right.
version that
Any of you guys in it?
In it! We're in it! Woo! We're in it!
that's pretty amazing. Tell our, there's so many people here in it, and do you hear your voices in there?
Yeah!
It's so cool. You put this out to your fans, and well, the Frangers, right?
Yeah.
Strangers.
Not quite friends, not quite strangers.
Right.
Yeah.
But they love you, and they responded to your challenge. So you put out instructions.
Yeah, it was like a whole setup where you upload a video of yourself singing, or actually just a frame, I guess, and singing a part, and then they mix it all together. And it's quite peculiar sounding, but in a good way.
The sound of their voices in there. Now, were they
So silly.
pixelated in any way, or did it just because the way they got cut, it sounds that way?
Yeah, it's kind of granulated so that each person occupies a very small.
But they weren't processed. Or were they?
No, it was mixed and they kind of fade into each other.
Okay.
Very fast.
And did you? It seemed as though you gave instructions for exactly how to move, how to stand, how to frame the shot, and everything. So because everybody's exactly the same.
Yeah, we were very strict.
And who put all that together? Who was the one to kind of boil it all down and put it together?
I don't know. I just played the bass.
It was a great. We had a great team. We had a director who I think he finished the animation line in Danish film school called Danish, a very talented guy, and a big team with all the sonics and everything.
Well, it's very good. Good job, all y'all.
Yeah!
For the video for, I'm sorry, I'm checking my notes here. Used to be on the radio, so I can look at my stuff. Oh, the video for Witness has to me, right on the surface, it takes on Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Right.
Was this intended?
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe. Well, it was. Yeah, we don't really know actually.
It has that vibe, that fun vibe of getting everybody together in the gymnasium,
Yeah.
just dancing around and stuff like that.
Yeah, we did it really fast. It was just like one afternoon, and we didn't even do that many takes. We just had some of our fans come and stand around us, sing along.
How many takes did you do?
I think only like 10. Usually, you work on a video, it takes forever, but it was really fast, and a week later, it was edited, and everything was done. It was very impressive.
I like it a lot. And on the song Satellite, which hopefully we'll be able to hear tonight, this is one of the singles off the new album.
Yeah.
And on the song, you say, "My life is my own, now I'm always home."
Mm-hmm.
This to me is one of the main themes of the album. It seems like you're a new discovery for yourself, or you're coming to a new place.
Yeah, I think there's, I think we learned a lot making this record about ourselves as well, and it's kind of a celebratory song to me, even though it's a little bit sad as well.
What are you celebrating?
I don't know. I guess.
It comes across to me like you come to a place of knowing yourself better, and a sense
harmony,
of satisfaction.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm all for that. I'm glad to hear that's going on. And one of the lines on the album, which is not no, it's a very long song, so I'm not sure if we're going to hear it tonight. Rose, it has a line in there, anything you can wish for, you can do.
Right.
This to me is the headline of the entire album.
Right.
That
yeah, again, it has a very, it has a positive outlook, I think, this album. It's not quite as grim as some of the other albums we've had.
yeah, I like that. And when you're on stage, when you're creating the music, I'm not sure if you're having the experience that the audience ultimately has in listening to it, either on the record or in the live experience, because for the audience, for us, we're hearing something that's like, it's transcendent. It takes us to another place. It takes us to a higher place. Do you experience that when you're recording or on stage?
Yeah, I mean, certain nights probably in a live scenario more than others, but it's in the creation of the music, that's what you're searching for. It's those moments where you just, you know, I always say it's quite simple. If it gives us goosebumps, we're onto something. And it's that thrill of the hunt for those goosebumps. That's kind of what, really, if you boil it down, that's what it's really all about. Creating art of any sort, I think, is that emotional thing that you can't really put your finger on, but that gives you that one sensation. You know?
There's so many moments like that on this new record. So many moments where
you kind of get to re-experience it when you perform in front of an audience, because you sort of hear it through their ears. I feel like, you know, it's a communication way.
Well, that's a very good point for us to say. I think we would love to hear you perform, and we're very, very grateful you coming out here for this audience. Let's hear it from you.